My little tripod thing broke, so I can't film card tricks anymore, and I'm still quarantined and bored. So, since I got this new Jason Isbell record and it's orange, I thought I would show off some of my colored vinyls that are pretty cool. So, this is the soundtrack for The Darjeeling Limited, which is probably my favorite Wes Anderson movie, I'm not sure. But it was a 2015 Record Store Day exclusive. And I think this is one of the cooler looking ones because it's like transparent green. Watch this movie if you haven't seen it. This one is actually another green one. This is Midnight Sun by The Ghost of the Saber-Toothed Tiger, which is a band with Sean Ono Lennon, who's John Lennon's son, and Charlotte Kentmall, who's, I guess, his wife. This one was 2014, and when you pre-ordered it, you got sort of like a random color in the mail. I think there were like 5 different colors, and there was no way to know which one you were going to get. And I got a green one. It's kind of a different shade of green, but this one also looks cool. It's not as transparent, but that pre-order also came with this creepy print that they both signed, which I have hanging up for some reason. This one is Bang Bang by Dispatch, which has actually been reprinted a bunch of times, and for whatever reason, this version that I got has like a green cover. This is not what the cover should look like normally, but the vinyl is like navy blue color. And this is also one of those things, it's also got a lot of dust on it. This is also one of those things where I think every time they reprinted this album over the years, it's been a different color, so I just got it when it happened to be blue. I'm stopping here for now because I'm sick of crouching down on my floor, but I'll do more tomorrow or tonight, I don't know. I'm sure you can't wait. Okay, we're going to do more. So this is I'll Be Your Girl by the Decemberists, and it's actually, let's see, I got this signed by the band, which is awesome, but the depressing thing is I just wasn't a huge fan of this album, and I love all their other stuff, but as you can see, the artwork is amazing, and a lot of this is done, actually all of it, I think, is done by Colin Malloy's wife, and she is like such a cool visual artist and does a lot of really interesting stuff. I think she's done most of the art for all their albums through the years. But this one is just straight up solid orange, which is kind of cool because like most of them seem to be translucent, and I don't know if it's easier to make them that way or what. But this is completely solid. And it's really, I don't think you're going to be able to see this, but where there's this album number embossed on there, there's also, it says, where is it? It says Impeach the President. And then on the B side, I'm not going to try to line this up perfectly again, but it says Bring on the Matriarchy. So I don't know, that's like a cool little thing that I noticed, and it is a pity that this album was pretty much trash. So while we're on orange, Reunions by Jason Isbell just came out, and this is like my favorite record in, I don't know, the past 2 years or something already. It's amazing. So I definitely recommend it, but it is sort of like, I don't know how to pick this up with one hand. There we go. It's like a marbled orange, red, white. It's supposed to look like a dreamsicle because one of the tracks is called Dreamsicle, but it's a really cool color. And that was his indie record store exclusive color, just to help support little indie local record stores. And I'm fortunate enough to live next to one, so I was able to go grab it. This orange one is a Grayson County Humane Society 2015 exclusive, and she's just sort of like tabby colored. It's pretty cool. Okay, I Love You, Honey Bear by Father John Misty. This is clearly, like, this is very much the weirdest album that I have, probably. And I will show you why. Okay, brace yourself. You might want to sit down. But now that that's out of the way, look at this. I have a few like multicolored vinyl, but I've never seen like a tri-colored one. And apparently it's hard to make. So it's definitely cool that, I mean, leave it to him to do all this weird stuff, but there are like purist vinyl nerds who would say that coloring a record like this is going to ruin the sound quality, but nobody wants to be their friend. But this is a double disc, and the second one is different colors, and I think this one actually looks cooler. And just before I put this away, look at the artwork on the back. I'm thinking about getting like a full back tattoo of this. So he actually does like a lot of really weird stuff with his releases, and this one's not quite as weird as the last one, but for pure comedy, it's got like interchangeable background cut, like the sky changes depending on which way you put this thing back in. I don't know if you can see, it's like in a plastic sleeve. This is the deluxe one, and I think they did singles where you could like choose which of the individual colors you wanted, but I wanted them all, so this is what I mean. This slides out, and then the sleeves for the actual records, this has got like different sky colors. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. So they actually flip around. You can see this one has like a red sky with a sun on the back. And then this one's like a blue sky with a rainbow. And then on the back of it, it's got this creepy red apocalyptic looking one. And holy shit, I forgot about this. Look at that. I think somebody's getting shot outside. Yeah, I just want to look at these, like, I'm just going to put the camera down and just look at this. So, I guess he wanted to take a break from the crazy shit with God's Favorite Customer. His tears are kind of like shiny though, it's cool. But then here's this same pattern again, and this one's purple. I think this might be the only purple record I have. Okay, we're back to Dispatch because I'm not doing this in any order. But this was like the second time they printed Silent Steeples, and the second time they pressed Silent Steeples, and they did this sort of like weird colored cover again. And the first 500 of them were on gold vinyl, which I've never seen done before, but it actually looks neat. Just sort of like yellow looking. Alright, I left this guy out of the orange section, but this is Beat the Champ by the Mountain Goats. And I don't really care about wrestling, but this is my favorite thing they've done. It's like a concept album about professional wrestling. And the sleeve on this one is translucent, so I don't even need to take it out. But it's sort of this like sun-looking orange color. And I thought I remembered these both being orange, but the second one is green. It looks like it might be marbled, yeah. Okay, more tomorrow. Okay, I'm back to do more of these because people are actually watching for some reason. And sorry about the lawnmower outside. This one is weird because it was actually a 2019 Indie Bookstore Day exclusive, not a Record Store Day thing. But I got it at Carmichael's, and it is Uncensored Conversations with Charles Bukowski. So I was just like, yeah, I have to have that. So they only made 3,000 of these, and it is on white vinyl. And there's some like weird discoloring on the front and the back. I can't flip this over with one hand. But I've actually not even listened to this yet, but now is as good a time as ever. So I've actually got a stack here of TV show soundtracks, and I'm surprised at how many of these I have. This one is a 7-inch Mad Men. It's got like the Zubi Subi Su, like the song that Jessica Perez sings, and then on the other side, it's got the theme song from Mad Men. I don't even remember where I got this or when, but it's cool. And it is red. This one's a picture disc. It's not a colored vinyl, it's a picture, but this was a Christmas gift from my brother, like, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. It's got Marceline on it. Okay, I'm a huge fan of Stranger Things, and Target always, I don't know what the deal is with Target having all this merchandise for the show, but they put out this special vinyl for season 3 that's got like 4th of July coloring on the vinyl to look like fireworks. I can't believe it's almost been a year since July. Damn. I feel like this is the main reason I wanted this. I mean, the show's great, but that's just cool. It's like Jackson Pollock. This one also came with a jigsaw puzzle. So depending on how long this virus lasts and how sad and lonely I get during this quarantine, I might crack this open and spend 3 minutes putting it back together. So I went to Guest Room Records last year on Record Store Day to pick up Mark Maron's little like garage recording album he put out, and that's all I wanted to get. And then I saw this and wound up spending too much money, but I love this episode of Black Mirror. And speaking of Black Mirror, it's kind of like we're living in it now. This one is a 2-disc, and it's red. The Decemberists followed up I'll Be Your Girl with this Traveling On 45, which is like a companion 45. And as disappointed as I was with that album, this is great. So I recommend giving this a listen. They call this Gold, which is like a different interpretation than Dispatch had with Silent Steeples, but fancy. Okay, this one's a big boy. What a Terrible World, What a Beautiful World. Decemberists box set. This album was great. And I wasn't sure if I should count this one because it's technically not colored, but side 4 is etched. So I'd recommend not putting a needle on this because that's going to be messed up. Oh, hey. They signed this one too. And I actually like this one. And I'm just going to leave what the hell this is to your imagination. Okay, here is America Location 12. It's another Dispatch. It's a really good summer record. And this might be my only blue one. Oh, no, wait, it's not. They also did this special edition for Circles Around the Sun, which is like a big hardback book with artwork and stuff. And this one is marbled red. This Castlevania one was another gift because I loved this video game as a kid. And this is like a fancy, I don't even know what you'd call that. I am absolutely butchering the order of this, but this is Dispatch Location 13, which was like their follow-up to 12, sort of like a B-side thing. And it's another red one, like cherry red, sort of like that Mad Men one. It also came with a signed poster and this white single 7-inch. This has quickly become one of my favorite albums of all time. It's Winter Wheat by John K. Samson. And this is another one that's not colored, but it is etched. And if you don't know the significance of Virtue the Cat, look into it and Put yourself in a good place before you listen. Next up is Ash and Ice by The Kills. Because of the title, we've got Ash and Ice. And this is the other blue one I forgot about. Okay, I forgot Blood Capsules. This is like an extra that came with Beat the Champ, the Mountain Goats. This actually might be my favorite color. Like, that is awesome. My Brightest Diamond is really hit or miss for me, but I love Shara Warden, and this one is great. It's called This Is My Hand, and this one's on red. I think this was just one of the cases where, like, if you bought it early enough, then it came on red. This one is also on red. It's Nine Dead Alive by Rodrigo y Gabriela, and if you have not heard of them or listened to them, you need to go stop watching this and go look them up on YouTube. Because it's like this acoustic guitar duo that she does like crazy flamenco style strumming, and he's like just as talented, and they do percussion on their guitars, and it's like, it sounds like a whole band, and it's just two guitars. And I love all the different variations on red. This one's kind of shiny. Alright, this is another etched one. This is Villains by Queens of the Stone Age, and this is such a thick boy that I can't even get like a record sleeve on it, but whatever. Apparently it's not etched. This one's just black. You got a bonus. I'm going to leave it in. Oh Be Joyful by Shovels and Rope is cream colored, but it's got like little, looks like red and blue mixed in there. And then Swimmin' Time, which it's not, stay indoors, quarantine yourself, wear a mask, don't go swimming, is clear. This is Modern Vampires of the City by Vampire Weekend, which I think is my favorite of their albums, and I found this at Please and Thank You, which, if you're not from Louisville, it's a little coffee shop / record store. Well, shit. I lied again. Thought this was white. I'm gonna leave it in. I think they're just such a white band, I got confused. Here's that Marc Maron one I was talking about earlier. He did this for Record Store Day last year, and it's like live music recorded from his garage for the podcast. Just sort of like a mix of different artists playing music on his show. And this one is like a brown swirl, probably supposed to look like coffee. This one feels wrong to be showing off right now because it's Christmas music, but it's called This Warm December, Brushfire Holiday Volume 1, and it is a compilation of music from these artists put together by Jack Johnson's little record label, I guess, called Brushfire. This is one of the coolest ones because it is red and green for Christmas. Okay, this is the last one I'm going to show you. It's called Lazaretto by Jack White, and I could probably talk about this one for like an hour, and I have if I've ever been on a date with you, but this has got so many like weird little Easter eggs hidden in it, and he's done so much cool stuff, and it's black, but there's a reason I wanted to show it off. So my record player setup over here is not by like a lamp or anything, and this is going to be really hard to get it to work. I had to get a flashlight. But yeah, there it is. Okay, so he's got it so that in the middle here, in certain light, it looks like there's an angel. It's like a holograph. And I wonder... Man, it's not going to work. But you can see it, but at certain angles, it almost looks like it's floating above the record. It is the weirdest thing. I don't know how you do that. I know there's two of them. This is as good as it's gonna get. But look at that. Anyway, the rest of them are black. I probably missed one or two in there somewhere. That's like very unlikely that I didn't miss one. But Anyway, I hope you had fun. My knees hurt. And by the way, I have not paid off my student loans yet. I'm not even close.